Hi, I'm Sarah,
And I'm Amanda.
and this is I'm Your Mother Now podcast.
Season 2, episode 3.
Yep.
How about we do this? For those of you who have never joined us before, so if you're listening to this episode on Spotify for the first time, I'm Amanda. I am a corporate sweetheart, and I'm the
What?
little sister. And Sarah is the big sister, and she is a
Am
mental health therapist.
full of rage.
Sometimes you just have to do it full of rage. Okay?
I think that's the way we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is there anything, I have something I want to ask you, but is there
Mhm.
anything that you just want to like you need to get off your chest, Sarah? Like sometimes we just need to like unpack the week, right?
Sure.
Last week we said we could no longer speak about weeks apparently. So that was the be all end all. So this one is going to be actually this was a very long week. This was a
The
weird
whole
week.
the whole year's been long.
No,
Like
this one was
just this
especially weird
month.
because of the snow. Like we got a bunch
Oh,
of snow in New England and it was just it keeps happening to like dive bomb your Monday, you know? It's
yeah,
just
sure.
and then we got more and then it said we were going to get more, which I know doesn't stress you out because
At all.
you do not believe any meteorologist as far as you are concerned. They are a bunch of men in cahoots about
Yeah,
how to
with
control
themselves.
women's plans
Yeah,
with
they're
the
like, hey,
weather.
what's a job that puts me in front of a camera that I have to have absolutely no accuracy rate? And it's totally fine. I can just get on the TV and say anything. Oh, I could just be the president.
It's just the weather.
Or yeah, yeah.
It's just the
Anyway,
weather,
I
you
don't
know?
care about the snow at all.
I know you don't. And it's
Oh,
funny because that snowstorm that we had came, so it started on Sunday, right? It came exactly 4 weeks from when I was with you and we had a big snowstorm coming. And so I um, cut my trip short by like 12 hours, right? I went home
mm-hmm,
like 12 hours early.
mm-hmm,
So I just went
mm-hmm.
home on Saturday night to get home before the snow, before they closed the roads, Sarah,
Sure, sure,
before
but
they banned 81 and 83 and 76 to
here's the
all tractor
thing.
trailers.
Here's the thing.
Tell me the thing.
Just you don't have to participate in everything that people say you have to participate in, right?
Yes.
So I'm finding that the best thing to do is not. So if you're gonna be like, oh, there's a snow, not for me, not for me. I don't care. I just don't care. And you know what? It's worked out here because it really didn't affect me at all.
When you called me on Sunday night and you're like, the roads aren't great. It's snow. And I'm like,
But but did
but you
they
made it.
mess up my plans? No.
Sure didn't. Sure didn't.
Let's get back to it though. What's your question?
Okay, my question for you is, and this is something that I wanted to do in season 2, but I have neglected to do the first 2 episodes because we get on and we like get off on a tangent, right? But I wanted to get your therapist take. Okay, so from your perspective, obviously, as
Right.
our resident mental health therapist, thank you for your service to the community
And
and
you.
everything that you do. Yeah, exactly. And right back at you.
Ooh.
What, okay, what do you do when someone comes to you for the first time and they are there? Wow, your eyes, you look like you're afraid of what I'm gonna say. And they are there because of an ultimatum. So they are not there on their own accord. They are there because somebody in their household was like, you need therapy because you are not able to get your stuff together. So they come
Mm-hmm.
to you and they say, I don't know what's wrong with me. But
Mm-hmm.
everyone has a problem with like XYZ. I'm having
Mm-hmm.
issues in my home. I'm having this and that. And like, I don't think that I'm doing anything wrong. So I don't even know where to begin to tell you why I'm here. What are the
Mm-hmm.
first 3 questions that you would ask
Is
this person?
is this a minor or an adult?
This is an adult. Yeah, I don't want to get into
And
that
is
territory. This is
this
a full grown adult,
that is not court ordered?
not court ordered. No.
Okay. Then I would ask them if they actually want to be here to work on something, because if they don't have any idea about what they would like to work on or through, and if their perspective is my partner or other people in my life say that I have a problem, gestures vaguely, fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I do.
Right. Okay. So then they say,
Hmm.
I don't have a problem. Like, this is okay. What I'm trying to work towards is these people getting off my back. I
Right.
want to
So
be
you
able
so they
for
they want to
people to
use
tell
me
to
to
leave me alone.
say they want to be able to say I'm in therapy, so stop
Hmm.
bothering me.
They're not sure what's going to happen out of it, right? They're not sure.
No, no, but what you're saying is they want to be able to tell people I am in therapy, so leave me
Right. Yes,
alone.
they're doing it because they have to, so they want to work towards getting those people to leave them alone.
No, I won't work with them.
Ah,
No.
okay.
What
Now,
the hell for?
for the actual purposes
Oh,
of the hypothetical situation that we are running, and you are not going to say you've made it past the intake. Okay, Sarah, and this is like you're in. Okay, you're gonna work with this person.
no. I'm okay, well, I mean, go on.
No, because then if you're not gonna work with this person, Sarah, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go
They're
back and
gonna
say, I'm perfect.
No, they're not. I mean, well, you know
I,
what?
hey,
Here's the thing.
hey,
Hey,
hey, stop messing with my hypothetical situation here and say the things that I want you to say. You are locked in the room with this person, okay?
okay.
It's court ordered from my mind
Oh, it's
for
court
you to
ordered.
talk to
I
them.
have to work with this
You have to
person.
work with them because I
And so
said
you're
so.
asking where would I begin with therapy with a person who doesn't think they have a problem but is there because they want to not lose a relationship.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't, but just for shits and giggles with this game of charades, I would ask them
Not
from
charades because I'm literally
is
speaking.
okay. Okay.
Continue.
I guess, if I was in this position, which I wouldn't be, I would ask them from their perspective, what does the other person in their life have an issue with? What have they heard? And I would start there. What's the word on the street with what your alleged problem is,
Mm-hmm.
sir? Sir, because obviously it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a man.
Is it obvious?
A man or someone's mom. I've had a week.
You've had a week. Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. I hate when that
Hush.
happens to you.
It's every week because everyone's wild. But here's the thing. I actually do have a story to tell you that is related, unrelated.
Nice. I love
Okay.
those.
Okay. So, did I answer your question though?
I'd say it got us where we needed to be.
Because here's the thing, and the bottom line with therapy. Therapy does nothing unless the person going into therapy has work they want to do.
Yeah.
If they have absolutely no ability to self-reflect, I can't teach you self reflection if you don't want to be taught that, you know? And if the reason you're there is because someone said, well, if you don't go to therapy, our relationship is over, your relationship is over already.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. So, there's a saying, right, that is quite true. When you get couples that come in, the one who is like, I don't know why we're here, is the one who's always had their needs met.
The divorce came out of nowhere.
Nowhere. Where did it come from? And it at that point, there's like, what am I supposed to do? Right? Like it's ooh, okay. So with that in mind, and then tossing it out the window because I'm gonna tell you a different story.
Perfect.
So okay, so it's really so here's the thing. Um, generally speaking, me and many women, you too, are full of rage lately. Okay, but not just regular rage. Like I think the everything that's been coming out lately with like the Epstein files and how that's been treated has really created some I don't know what the word is right now. I guess it's not even just rage. It's like this realization that everything you thought about the world, but you hoped wasn't true, is actually true. And
Right.
everybody in it is complicit and participating in it and is fine with it. Right. And even the
Yeah.
nicest men you know are participating in this in some way. Like the freaking hockey team, like that whole thing. Like it's
Yeah.
all it's all so like screaming into a void energy. And I know that I'm not the only person who is like getting triggered about this in many different layers. But what it's kind of was happening for me is I'm realizing that I have been really working in my life as like a PR representative for all the men that I know, starting with my father, right? It begins with dad, like making sure that he isn't mad about anything, like making sure he has everything he needs. Like
Yep.
since like infancy, I feel like I've been looking at a man around me and asking, "Are you okay? Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable?" And
Or
it's like,
anticipating and then
"Yes.
try reading their mind, right? So that you can get ahead of what it is that they need. If they say
Yes.
no, they don't need that, but you know they need it anyway. Think about the energy that
I
that
am.
consumes.
I
Because
am."
the
And
energy is
yes.
creating a tornado.
And it's a mass problem. And so
Yeah.
I've been definitely been feeling that and looking at that in my life in every aspect of every interaction with every single male creature that I have. And I have been just saying no, no, no. And then looking at the
You're the
ways that
Barbie.
me all day. And then just looking at the ways that I instinctively react to men and how upsetting it is to me that at this point, my reflexive reaction is this. And so here's what happened. I I'm just trying to decide which story to tell because I have two. Okay, I've been dating, right?
Hmm.
And I went on a couple dates with this man who I felt was really, really great, right? He was kind of like a girl version of a boy.
Oh no, I don't know the story anyway, for those of you who are
Yeah, I was trying to
listening.
like, well, I think you do. But anyway,
Ah,
so we went on a couple dates and I wasn't feeling like a sexy attraction. I was feeling a
hmm.
friendship attraction. But
Sure.
because I'm a curious cat and I just am the way I am, I said, "You know what? Let me try a kiss," right? So this was like maybe 2 months ago, like a month and a half to go. I don't know time. It was January.
I don't know time.
And it wasn't a chemistry match for me. There was no way that was going to be a thing, right?
Hmm.
No hard feelings. We didn't even really like have a conversation about it necessarily because we kind of moved on and I was really busy and like things happen, right? So, one of the things with this person is they really love movies, right? And so I had recently seen Wuthering Heights, and so I sent him my review of that. And he was like, "Oh, would you like to see it again?" So this would be the first time we would see each other since that time. It's been like,
Yep.
again, almost 2 months or a month and a half. So I said, sure, absolutely. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to like just be friends, right? Like, okay. So we decided to have dinner and then go see a movie. Now, at dinner, I specifically split the bill because
Mm,
I did not want to give the impression that this was a date.
sure.
So all's going well. We have a great dinner. We talk about things. We go see the movie. I've seen it twice now. I absolutely love it. And
Oh.
so then we're going and he walks me to my car and we're chatting a little bit more and so I go to give him a hug and he kisses me. And I was kind of like, "Oh." And he looks at me and he says, "Oh, sorry. That movie really really got me going."
Mm.
Okay? So I said, "Okay." And then I went home. And I was sitting with what exactly here is exactly wrong. Like, what is the worst part of this? I had to sit with it for a second,
Yeah,
and
I'm like,
I
what the
finally figured it out. I finally figured it. I mean,
Pray tell.
you may listeners have already figured it out, but here's where I landed on this one. So we went out to see a movie that made you horny, and your reaction to that is to physically assault me to use me as a scratching post because you felt horny from a movie?
Ugh. Uh, Come on.
The way I'm disgusted is visceral.
I
Okay?
have so many just like there's just cats and scratching poles in my head and
Yes.
a
But
made up
at
view.
the end of the day, that is what happened there. So then this segs into Wednesday night. Nothing to do with this person, but I popped out to my favorite neighborhood bar because they had a special for a vegetable curry over rice, and I was just like, I need that.
Yep.
So I went there. It was really busy on a Wednesday night. I don't know what's going on. So I sat down with a friend who met me there, and the bartender had been my server during that said date. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So when I sat down, he leaned over and he's like, "Was that a date you were on?" And I kind of looked at him and I was like, "Well, I think he thought it was." And this guy next to me, like, jumps in and was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what? What do you mean? That's such a funny thing to say." You know, like that kind of thing. And I was like, "Okay." And so then I explained to the group because also my friend didn't know the story about what had happened and yada 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 so forth, right?
Yep.
This gentleman next to me goes, I don't understand what you mean by a kiss that has good chemistry or not. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, I've never had that experience before. Like I never kissed a woman and said like, oh yeah, this is a kiss. Like this is a special kiss versus another kind of kiss. And I was like, well, I promise you that she did.
Uh,
Okay. So he's
what a
like, I don't understand.
shell, what a shell of a
Right?
it's
He's like,
just
I
like
don't understand.
like why? Why
Why?
are you?
Yeah,
Sir, why are
because
you?
he's basically telling me that this person who like assaulted me as like a scratching post was basically there was no such thing as not a good kiss because a kiss is a win because it's the action of kissing. And I was like, "Oh, that's disgusting." And also makes me feel even worse. And then we go on to say that you should ask before you kiss a person. And he's like, "Why?" And I said because
Wait, he's saying
when
what?
you yeah, he said, "Why?" He's like,
He
"What?
said
What do you
why?
mean? Why?"
But also he's thrown the chemistry out the window. So there's
There's
no
no,
why.
yeah,
So
it
it's not
doesn't,
like you don't have to because you can feel the chemistry. He's like, you don't have to ask because it literally doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. So I was like, what? I was like, I don't know what's confusing for you. He's like, so what? You just ask, like, can I kiss you? I'm like, that's exactly what you do. You say, can I kiss you? And he's like, well, doesn't that just ruin the surprise? And I was like, no one really loves the surprise of being assaulted, honestly. Like, are you hunting? Are you running after someone? Like, ask me. Like, I don't think you should touch anybody without asking. Hot
No,
take.
hot take. I'm just thinking of a new app idea where women upload men into a dating app. So instead of yourself, you
Hmm.
upload men that you have interactions with and just throw them out onto the map there. And it doesn't even have to have a lot. You just need like, a blurry picture from across the bar, whatever you can snap, depending. Check your state's laws before you get like, too involved in this. And all you have to do, it's like Hinge, right? Like with a sentence, just put the thing he said that caused him to gain entry into.
This exists already.
Oh gosh.
Sorry. It's all over my Instagram feed. I think we have different algorithms, but I don't remember the name of it.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but because I have dating apps on my phone, I think. But yes, this exists and the thing is, at the end of the day, it's
At the
like
end of the day has ended.
it made me so depressed because it's like the explaining the basic concept of consent to a man in his 40s made me feel so tired in a part of my soul I didn't even know existed. It
Yeah,
just made
just
me
like I
feel like
can't.
yeah, I just feel like I give up. Like, how do you not like you don't see women as people. You see
No.
them as things that can do things for you, that can make your body feel better, that can make your ego feel better. That's fun. But like you're not being a person right now, and that is deeply concerning to me. So anyway,
Hmm.
that's the story I have because every time I think, "Oh, but maybe not this man." This man. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not always a man, but always a man. How
Somehow
does that,
always a
what's that
man.
saying?
Not all men, but sometimes always a man.
Yes, yes, not all
Somehow.
men, but always a man.
Always a man. Always a man.
Yeah,
And
I have something
and
that was like, if you trust men so much, hire them as a babysitter for your children. If
not
you love
even
men
men
so
would
much,
hire
hire an
them.
old man to watch your kids.
That's the thing. No man would do that. No,
Well,
no man would hire
hey,
another man to watch their children.
right, but also think about this.
Okay.
What you just said, like no man would, I thought when you said no man would do that, you were saying that no man would want to do that as a job.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
Okay, well then I'm not going to go down the creepy path that I was about
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
probably for the
No.
best.
No, I meant that no dad is going to hire a grown man to watch his kids.
No, no,
It's not
but
going to
he
happen
will hire a young woman who he then has an affair with.
easily. It's a very well used trope.
Mm, yeah.
It's just really it's just really really troubling. The whole thing is troubling. And the other thing that I did, which I think is a whole other topic, but while at that same um, bar, I was asked, not by the same guy, something about like my relationships in the past and like something about my marriage. And I am finally using different words. Grown
Yes.
up. I'm using grown up words, right? And I said, well, I really don't know about that because in my marriage, I was groomed by a 40-year-old. So I really can't say that I had a lot to do with the beginning of that because I wasn't a grown up yet, right?
You weren't.
Because I wasn't. But I was told that I was, right? The
Right.
there, the thing that I was told is that was mature for my age, so I knew what I was
Mm-hmm.
doing by the person who's double my age. Okay.
Mm-mm.
And I was like, yeah, that makes total sense. I totally knew what I was doing. I know what I'm doing now. And I'm horrified at it.
I look at people who are 27, 28, and I look at them and I say, you're mature for your age if they act like an
Like a
adult.
person. Yeah.
But they're heading towards 30, right? I would never look at someone who was in their 20s, but I don't remember if we talked about this on the podcast, but like your baseline really changes when your mother gets married at 17, right? For everyone, because then the idea of when you become an adult is different, right? Because
Well,
you
right.
think,
Yes. Yeah,
yes, because
because
it's like
there's a problem that
when
happens
I
with the
was your
math.
age. When I was your age,
Yes.
I was doing this. And it's like, okay, but what you were doing is full of trauma and was not age appropriate. Okay.
No.
We should have
No.
age appropriate steps in our relationships.
Yes, we should, but basically we don't because we
But
have a
basically,
we have a double set of
to
standards.
make a long story pretty short, we
There's
don't.
just a huge problem and it's very systemic. And it is that we like men like children, men like little girls, right? And it's a thing. And I it's everywhere. It's like you can't not see it now. It's
No, you
in
can't.
the beauty standards. It's in look like a prepubescent girl all the time, shave everything, don't have opinions, be submissive, be nice to every like what is
Date
going
Leonardo
on?
DiCaprio just for this
Oh,
1 year of while you're 25.
it's really something. And I think it's really telling, like for me, that once I hit like my 30s, like my mid 30s, we started to have a lot of problems in that marriage because I grew up and I
Up.
was like, what
Oh,
is
there's another
this?
adult in the house.
Uh-oh. And he's like, no, you're
Uh-oh.
not. No, you're not. And I was actually talking to my therapist yesterday and kind of like about these things. And I was saying how, I never pushed back on anything with him because I thought he knew everything, right? Like I thought he knew
I know.
everything because but why wouldn't I? Because he was the only adult in the room and I went from my dad to my husband dad.
Yeah.
And the thing that's really interesting is that while I grew up his perception of who I am did not grow up. So
No.
to this day, right, my ex still holds me to the way I thought about life, acted, things I said when I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
He still holds me to that standard, so he's no idea who I am today. And that really reflects in our interactions because he doesn't know me. He
Look at
hasn't,
you, killing it, getting
yeah,
ahead of the game.
yeah. Look at
Oh,
you. Look at me.
so okay, so this turned into a very passionate episode. I'm into it, okay? We can't call it feminine rage because that was the title of the first episode.
It's just
Um,
regular rage.
but I did talk about Leonardo DiCaprio, which led me into something that I wanted to talk to you about just quickly because I was
Okay.
dropping my car off at the dealership yesterday and they made me go wait in the waiting room for just 1 minute, which is where I should have been suspicious about how long I was going to be in there. But Family Feud was on, and there's something very unsettling about Steve Harvey, but it made me think I kind of want to be in a game show because
Oh,
they're like okay, the question was we polled 100 women, and if they could hold a part of Leonardo DiCaprio, what would it be?
what does hold apart mean?
Exactly. Well, that's the whole plot, right? A Feud. You
Oh,
have to
right.
guess something that is in alignment with the 100 people that they polled, which is crazy. And so they went through the men, and the men were just trying to think of cheeky ways to say penis, and it's like no, that they like. And so anyway, we get to the end, and the number one thing. Okay, because this one lady, I screamed out his hand because I thought that was cute, and then the little old lady was like his hand. And this other woman in the waiting room went, "Aw." And that was one of them. That was number two. But can you guess what number one was?
His heart,
Nope. One more guess.
his bank account.
Exactly. Exactly. All the parts of his body. And someone said his Grammy, and it's like, does he have one of those?
His
Like,
Grammy.
and so I guess they meant like his like Academy Award, his Oscar, right? Which was
Okay.
on there. It was on there, right? Someone did want to hold that. But the
Why?
number one was the bank account. But this it's just
Yeah.
funny to me how this kind of just played its way back in because I think going on a game show would be super fun.
Oh, I would do it in a second.
I feel like we need to
Any
petition
game
for us to
show.
go on a game show. We need to start doing some research. I'm
Well, you know what?
excited.
We've never tried to get on a game show. How
That's what I'm
hard could it
saying to you.
be? Like,
It's,
how
I
hard could
mean,
it be?
do you think that we just need to record a video of ourselves and send it in?
Don't we have enough?
We have so much footage. Wait a minute. We should do a whole episode that is just a mini-sode that is our application for a game show. I got to
I
figure out
love a
which one it's going to
quest.
be.
I love a
What?
quest.
Okay.
It's kind of like applying to college, so let's like apply to lots of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Let's have
let's
our
share
first
with everyone.
choice,
Yes,
our
let's share with
safety
everyone one of our
schools.
audition videos.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
this is
maybe
exciting.
maybe people can let us know what game shows they think would be best for us because I don't even know all the games. So, sometimes okay, so when I go get my nails done, which I'm going to do later today, they have this channel on all the time. I forget what it's called, but it's all
HGTV.
no, it's all old game shows.
Ah, mine always has HGTV on.
No, old game shows. It's like Supermarket Spree and like some
Oh,
with
so good.
cards and like
No, those still
yeah.
exist. Like some of these things like still exist.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's do that. That sounds like a nice break from freaking out and screaming into the void constantly.
Yeah. And now
Yeah.
I gotta go because my man, who I love, needs to go to work because my son is
Oh,
home. So Ryan's been down there waiting.
all right. Well,
All right.
we appreciate him,
We
but
appreciate his service.
we're not gonna hold space for coddling behavior that he should just be doing anyway.
Oh my gosh. Be nice to my man. Okay. Your rage isn't against him right now.
Okay, but I just need to say, and Ryan, you know this. I'm very nice to Ryan.
Ah!
So.
All right, sis. Well, have a
Have a
great
good
weekend.
weekend.
Love ya.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye. Just doing a little bit of a test demo because this is the place where I record usually. This is the room, and there is ambient background noise because the fan is on in the kitchen. So it'll be interesting to see. if that makes any type of difference to the sound quality. Psst, psst. Sorry, Luna. Okay. Test is over. Hi, I'm Sarah. And I'm Amanda. And this is I'm Your Mother Now podcast, episode 9. Damn, girl, Priscilla? No, no. Okay, bye.